Hello all. The topic today I'm going to explain is about integration. We know the importance of integration. So whenever we want to connect with the external system, or if some other system is want to connect with us, then we use integration. So we have a connector and a service. So that is mostly we'll be using. Connector is kind of when the external system is providing service, we connect with them to get the response, that is connector. And the service is like when we are providing service and some other system is connecting with us to get the response, that is service. So now I'm going to explain about the connector. So in connector we have mostly we will be using soap or rest. So we know the soap connector, it will be in the format of XML, everyone knows. Whereas in the rest, we can use XML and text, JSON, all this format we can use. So whether it is SOAP or REST, it is purely based on the requirement we are getting from client. So okay, so now I'll create and show how easily we can create it. It won't even take 5 minutes to create this connector. What I will do, I already have the mm, so this URL I have taken from online only. So you can take any URL using this URL. Provide service, add, divide, multiply, subtract. So this is service. Whenever we want to connect, like for example, I want to do the addition. So using the calculator application, what I will do, I will just send a parameter for the calculator application and it will give the response for that, the addition of the value. So that is what we use. So this is the Vistal URL. Actually, it should be in the format of mm, okay, otherwise I can just Google calculator Vistal URL. I can query something like this. When you click on this, you see this is our Vistal file. We can see all information here. The operations they are providing, addition, add is addition. So this is how the URL looks like. What we will do, we will just copy this URL, I mean the Vistal file. You just go to configure integration connectors. Everyone knows like we have a wizard to create it. So we don't need to create each rule separately. We can just pass the information, it will create for us. You see, we can provide this Vistal using URL or a file. You can just save us that file into your local system and you can choose it. Since I have already have URL, I will just paste this URL. Just click on this next button. You see, the operations they are providing is like only addition. And what this is the service name, it's a calculator, and this is our port name, and this is the endpoint URL we have provided. And what is the authentication and all we can see in the next class I will explain. So the basic authentication I have already explained. I'll just click on this test. We can see if I pass N1 and N2, click on test. Okay, I think we can't go with this. There is some timeout error. I'll go with a different crystal file. Here I see calculator URL. I'll just copy this, close this, and go back and paste this with this URL. Just click on next. You see the all information got updated. So all this information will get extracted from the digital file we are providing. So that will hold the service name, port name, everything it will have. You see this digital file, I mean this service is providing 4 services. Earlier we have seen only one operation, right? But this service is providing 4 operation. I'll just click subtract or anything we can try. I'll go with multiply. Just do test. See the multiply result. It has result. You can change the value and see. Just click on test. I think by default it is taking the actual value, but in runtime it will work. Fine, we can leave this. You can just whatever input we have, you can just test it whether you are getting response without any error. That alone you can check. Just click on next. Okay, this is where we have to fill our information. So I'm gonna give name as cal multiply, right? So I'll give cal, and the parent class I'm gonna keep same class. Branch I don't have any booking application. The rule set I'm gonna use the existing one. That's it. If you wanna preview, you can do like this. So it will show all the rules. So the class names, it is going to create 4 classes, 5 properties, connect soap, one connect soap, one parser, and one streamer. So total rules is 12. And then just click on create. It will start creating the rules. You see there is one more option we are seeing here. Undo generation means if I click on this, it will delete all the 12 rules which has created as part of this from the system. So in case if you are doing for a testing purpose, once this is done, you can just click on this undo generation. It will delete all the rules. For now I'll close this. Now I'll go and click here Calmal. This is the one I have created, right? I'll just expand this. You see calculator application, connector, connect soap. I see this is the operation which we have seen there, and we can see all the information related to the parser and streamer. So it has everything here, and you can see the properties. So this is our request, multiply parameters int a int b, and this is our response. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is, so since we have already created this connect soap rule, so if we are not going through wizard, you have to create everything manually. Since I have created through wizard, it has created everything for me. So that's it, the creation is already over. It won't even take few minutes, I mean 2 minutes also it won't take. In 2 minutes we can complete everything. And now I'm gonna show you where is our under request. You can see the request, the XML request which is already created. You can see the classes as well here. So I'll just open this. So multiply parameters, this is my property, and this is a class of calmal calculator, and this single page, and the same with the response. You can go to response tab and click on this. This is our page, and at that we are seeing the result. Fine. So now I'm going to show you how we are going to call this. Okay, so this is my soap rule, right? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to call this soap from some other rule to pass the input parameter and get the response. So for that I'm going to use activity. I'll create an activity. Right, and I'm gonna keep this in my work class. FSG booking work. Just create and open. Now we need to set the input parameter in the exact page context we are having in this request. So I'm gonna open this now. So this is our class. I'm gonna keep this in pages and class. I'm gonna name it as calculator. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna select that page name. I'll set the request parameters here. Just click here, select the calculator. Under the calculator we have seen the multiple parameters. Under the multiple parameters we have these two. So for this I'm gonna pass value as 5 into 5 in calculator. You can just put down arrow. Down arrow will bring the page context. You don't need to type it into the. I'm gonna set it as 5. So now our input parameters are ready. Next what I'm going to do, I'm gonna call the connect subgroup. Connect. So now the page context should be same, right? Because we are in work class. So I'm just keeping the same name and just put down arrow. You can, if it is not coming, you can go and copy this name, just paste it here. Do save. Okay, so it has saved without any error. Now what I'm going to do, so when we run this page will hold our result as well. So I'm gonna create one more page here, response page, and I'm going to check here what is the so what is the response class. So this is my response class. I'm gonna copy and paste here. Now to this page I'm gonna pass the result. Property set. So this is, you don't need to type, just select response page, multiply result. Right side you're gonna select your calculator. Under calculator multiple parameter response, under the multiply result. That's it. Now our rule is ready. I'll just go and run this. Put tracer. Just click on run. There is some exception. Can't find tool connect soap instance. Okay, the class name I gave is wrong. I'm using sub. It should be multiply, right? Where I made mistake. Multiply kernel. Find rule connect. Okay, I think the connect name was wrong. What is the connect name I have provided? Multiply only I gave. It's unable to open. Let me rerun again. I'll close all other rules. Okay, I see subtract parameter. Okay, I think that might be cache issue. Okay, what I will do, I'll just go here. I'll insert one page. No, page new. Calculate. Now I will run this. Tracer. And okay, run. Yeah, that was a cache issue because I was using the calculator page. So I have created one more connector. So there also I was using the calculator page. Since I didn't clear the page, so it was holding the earlier result as well. That is why it was throwing error. So now we see the multiply result is 25. So we can see the input parameters and the response. So where is the page I have created? It is not showing, right? I'll go back. Probably we may need to set this here. Now I'll go and run this. Trace and run. So now we can see our response page. This is having the result as 25. So this is how we create our Connect So Pro. So in the next class I will explain you about the error handling. In case we are calling this Connect So, in case the service is not available right now, so that time we will be getting error, right? So based on that, how we can do the error handling here. So that we can see in the next class.